My name is Tim Trelaw, and you're watching Dr. Freedom.
Oh, there we go. Howdy, folks. Dr. Freedom here with the times from Dr. News from in and around the universe that may or may not affect you on a deep emotional level. That could only be, well, it'll lead to insomnia, but don't let that go on too long. Psychotic episodes suck. But okay, let's get on to it. Let's get into it. I got a lot of stuff from over the weekend that I want to get caught up on. Let's start. Okay, let's go to the top here. Get off that. Okay. Okay, Moffat hints that Doctor Who will run for many more years and hints at big changes under Chris Chibnall. No kidding. All right. Female doctor. Okay, big deal. Okay, he says he's all right. Saying that he is 100% absolutely 100% optimistic about the series' future. Steven dismissed any fears over its recent ratings as quote unquote a lot of bollocks. Now the thing is, he insisted the show will be around quote unquote forever, which is definitely possible when you're messing with timey-wimey business. Because I don't think we're anywhere close to halfway through the new series run or close to a 30, admit it. There's a huge amount of excitement in Jodie as the new Doctor. It's going to pep things up. It's going to be around forever, he enthused. Yeah, because he doesn't have to worry about it anymore. He's out the door. It's not like, he's going to be on the bread line with somebody we all know. Okay, so, all right, moving on. At least they'll be the best dressed out there. All right, what are Steven Moffat's Desert Island Doctor Who's, and why did Matt Smith punch his pillow in frustration? And this is a nice little short interview. It goes into some stuff like, if you get down to here, boom, 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 boom. Okay. All right, Matt went through a year of being hated before the show went out. He still talks about it. He used to go to bed and punch his pillow in his frustration. He couldn't believe in himself or that it was going to work, but then it did, and everybody realized that we've known for a year that he's not just a pretty young actor, he's an awesome actor, and yes, that was instant. Now, I do pick on Matt Smith a lot, but here's the thing. I will honestly tell you that by the end of the 11th hour, he had me. He did. At first, I was like, oh my God, they've hired young Frankenstein. Look at that head. Look at the head on that boy. It just, and that chin. Oh, he should do dueling chins with Bruce Campbell. But the thing is, he did have me by the end of the 11th hour, very first episode he appeared in. There were other doctors that did not do that. It took me a while to get used to Colin Baker. It definitely took me a while to get on to Sylvester McCoy and Tom Baker, instant. John Pertwee, not even the first episode he had me to. So it's just to give you an idea. There's been a few doctors that took me a while to settle into, but his didn't. By the end of the first episode, bam, I was there. So I do crack on Matt because he's Side Doors fans. Oh, unless you're going to give him money. But then, oh, well, that's a whole nother story. Okay, 13 best and worst presents in Doctor Who history. And this is just a nice, cute little rundown of various things we've seen on the show, that people, and their little take on it. Just give it a whirl. It's a funny article. It's not too bad. All right, moving on. Doctor Who rings in the holidays with a marathon and a farewell to Peter Capaldi. That's right. Okay, the biggest of this announcement is the massive Doctor Who marathon leading up to the premiere of Twice Upon a Time, described as a 24-hour full takeover marathon. It will run for 7 days beginning on Tuesday, December 19th. Though the marathon's exact lineup has not been announced, it'll feature episodes starring David Tennant, Matt Smith, and, of course, Peter Capaldi. All in all, it sounds like a great way to get into the holiday, the holiday spirit of Who. Though at the risk of sounding ungrateful, there are 12 Doctors and 12 days of Christmas. Sounds like a missed opportunity to me. And you're not kidding. It's gotten silly. But the problem is this. A lot of people don't realize that in order to use clips of anything from the show pre-2005, that's all in the BBC archive, which a lot of people think, okay, just go get it out of the archive. Turns out that it's hard to explain, but they actually have to pay the BBC archive to use clips, which is why I still went off about on that thing on Day of the Doctor because of the clips. It it cost them more to get those clips of the original doctors than it would have to have had them come in and film a segment and shut down the Doctor Who experience for a day or two. Okay, just to give you an idea of how much it costs. So, all right, so boom, 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 boom. There's more details on that marathon and all that right here. All right, so keep your eyes out, folks, you Doctor Who fans, for that marathon, any more announcements and whatnot. But remember, all articles covered here, links below or in the description box. Do your own thinking. Do your own research. Bam. Jodie Whittaker will be brilliant, and Chris will be bold. Okay, we've kind of already covered this one, but this is a nice, another interview thing. You see, the problem with Radio Times is sometimes they'll take one interview and they'll splash bits of it across 50 like articles. But this one's going to take you a while to go through and read. There's some nifty stuff in it with the Moff. Bam, bam, bam. Here it is for you over on the Radio Times. Okay, there's a lot of Radio Times today because I'm trying to clear it out. It was Peter Capaldi's idea to bring David Bradley's first Doctor in for the first Doctor, for the Doctor Who Christmas special. Now, he explains why he brought back the Adventure of Space and Time star for Twice Upon a Time. And I guess I haven't seen anything majorly spoilery. They've been really good about avoiding it this year. So don't worry about anything like that. And as a matter of fact, it came down to right here. What are we going to do? What's he going to say? But we can't do it because William Hartnell is dead. Peter then said, we can get David Bradley. And I thought, oh, yeah, we could. We could absolutely do that. So we did. So really, really good stuff here. Okay, so Peter Capaldi, it was his idea to bring in David Bradley to reprise the role of the first Doctor. All right, moving on. Special trailer gives a first look at Peter Capaldi's Regeneration. And this is just going into that little trailer, too, that we went over on the Omega Files this past Friday. It's just like 30-something seconds long. But the problem is there's already reports going around that scene you saw in there could be a red herring. You have to remember, the guys who are going to go see the preview screening, I got some bad news for you. Word's going around that at least possibly 10 to 14 minutes of the end has been snipped off of that puppy. So you're going to be sitting there going, I'm going to have one over on everybody. Wait a minute. Where's the ending? What? So, tough luck. Oh, well, you get what you're paid for, and it's free. Moving on, Steven Moffat reveals the one thing he'd do differently if he was in charge of Doctor Who again. Oh, sheesh. Okay, he goes, I was already enjoying, I'm enjoying talking to the new lot. I was there talking to them yesterday, and they're all excited and kind of nervous, and that's lovely. Predictably, I'm quite liking that. For the first time in about 10 years, I don't have a deadline. Okay, I'd be less visible probably. I haven't really enjoyed that very much. I mean, I'm saying that at a press roundtable, it's too bloody late now. So, and he goes, I never really thought about it in the beginning. I was just assumed that I had to do what I was told as far as the publicity, all the publicity was concerned. And then he goes into this a bit more here. And I remember when he had to leave Twitter back in the day because of the threats and stupid crap that goes around on social media. And, okay, Pearl Mackie thinks there's more to explore with her Doctor Who character, Bill, of course. And by the way, if no one knows, Bill is gay. I know that could be a spoiler. Now, a lot of people have been making that joke about the fact they did, kind of emphasize that too much. And they kept repeating it over and over again like we were all morons and we didn't catch this, from the first episode on. And it's just, come on. It's like we don't have to have it explained to us every other episode. We kind of got the gist of it all the way back in the first episode that Bill was gay. Another thing I died laughing about was those Roman soldiers. They screwed them all up. And it's like, because of it being politically correct, dude, if you had studied any idea of history, Romans basically had sex with anything that moved. Okay, they were very, very liberal about sex and the sexual topic. And we won't go in any further because chances are children are watching and parents are right now going, oh, my God, there's a fat man on there with a Santa hat telling my kids about the birds and the bees. All right, Tom Baker says Chris Eccleston was powerful, and Doctor Who slams his wonky contract. And the thing is, what Tom don't realize is every single Doctor, all the way back to episode 1 of the new series, 2005, is signed to a 1 year with an option to pick up. Chris decided not to pick it up. He goes, because he goes right here, I think that was due to a wonky contract that didn't take an option for an extra season. There was. Every Doctor who signed up since 2005 gets a year with an option. And Chris decided he had had enough. If you want to look up more on that, go ahead. But it was mainly stuff that had been going on, between him and some of the higher ups. And he decided he was getting out of there. So as much as we'd like to see Chris in a second series or big finish, I think he's decided that he's moved on. He does not hate Doctor Who. He still regularly talks about it. He happily signs stuff for fans, as seen when his last appearance out here in public. He was running around signing pictures of himself and Doctor Who and all that, and just really having a great time. He still embraces the character. It's just he doesn't like redoing stuff. All right, new Roger Delgado book is incoming. That's correct. Fans of Classic Who always have a soft spot for the brilliant Roger Delgado, which, by the way, I don't know how many times I told people, yes, I know Roger Delgado has passed away. The man who first originated the role of the Master. Now, if you look more into this, boom, 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 you can order this book here, Roger Delgado. I'm usually referred to as the Master. Boom, just click right here at Fandom Publishing. This link will take you there. And it sounds like it's a very intriguing book. He was the incredible actor, and he died far, far too young and too tragically in a car accident. All right, and lastly, in case you haven't guessed it, here's the art for Twice Upon a Time. That's what it's going to look like when you do get the disc and all that, if you haven't already and whatnot. This is one I had left over, and I'd forgotten to throw it up, so I figured I'd tack it on here. So, okay, that was like taking a big poo, wasn't it? But I wanted to get all those out of the way before we went into the new week. Omega Files is on hiatus till December 26th because I want everybody to enjoy their holidays. I don't like dragging people in on a podcast during the holidays. That's why I don't do the Omega Files on Christmas Day itself. Everybody's like, I got to get the scoop. I'm going to get one, And it's like, sorry, I'd rather have everybody worry about spending time with their family and their loved ones than dragging them in for a hour podcast on an episode we can review at any time. So Omega Files is on hiatus for the next 16 days. I'm sure you'll all survive it. Also, Dr. Freedom and Eric, incoming Chapter 3. I'm going to try to have that out by the end of the week, if at all possible, because I want to get a Chapter 4 in before the new year is done, because I'm going to have a whole week off. So, about 10 days off if I'm lucky. So, I'm going to get out here. Take care. Ta-ta. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody. What few hours there are left of it. Tomorrow is Monday. Don't it suck? Good night.